Leonard, hey, Disco, great to have you here. Did you have any memorable Ric Flair party stories that you'd like to share?
People told me the stories. I've never seen like a crazy Flair story. I've seen Flair just repeating it is fascinating watching him buy drinks for everybody in the bar. Mm-hmm. I've never been around a person that bought drinks for everybody in the bar before. And you watch him buy drinks for everybody in the bar. It's really a cool gimmick because it's like he walks into a place and he's by everybody. Like all of a sudden, everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
So even if they weren't he livens up the mood like wherever he would go. But like we'd walk in we'd be like that. But it's funny watching buy drinks for people that he didn't even know. It's hysterical.
Yeah. Have you had a word with Cody Rhodes since he took a shot at you?
Nope. We had him on our podcast way before AEW started. But I have no, I've never had a conversation with him. It's funny too because we live like I grew up. My house is right around the corner from his back in Marietta.
Oh, nice.
Georgia. It's funny too because I go to a gym like it's like not even a mile from my mom's house when I go back and stay with my mom. Mm-hmm. And I go to the gym and he jogs by that gym every day when he goes jogging. Yeah,
very interesting.
I got no problem with the guy. I mean, he'd like me if he probably knew me. So,
What were Nash and Hall like backstage in WCW? What was Nash like as a booker? Big fan of keeping it 100.
Nash and Hall were cool. We were like, because it was funny when they came in. There was that division between the mid carders and the top guys. And when they came in, they were top guys, but they liked hanging out with us. They didn't like hanging out with all the top guys and stuff and everything and all that. So there was they were more like the mid card guys. You know what I'm saying? So so we became friends with them because they saw we like to have fun at the shows. Mm-hmm. The top guys were always too serious, so they like the guys that like to have a good time.
Yeah.
So, and as a booker, he was did what he could. There was just too much. It's very difficult. Anybody that booked that place having to deal with all those top guys and the liberty they had. Not like Hogan had creative control, but what if he was the final stamp on things, right? But all those other guys had creative, what I call liberty. Mm-hmm. They gave him if they wanted to do something, it's 95% of the time they get to do it. So it was a lot different for them than it was for guys like us.
Yeah. Speaking of Hall and Nash, Disco, were you or were you not an official member of the NWO Wolfpack? Official member. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. You came out in a Wolfpack t-shirt, Starcade, Goldberg braced his streak. What was the rhyme and reason behind that? Why were you inserted in that as just a simple run-in for Goldberg to beat up very quickly?
Because when we started, when Hall started doing his split from the NWO, okay, Hall Hall originally worked with Louis Piccoli. Mm-hmm. Right, but Louis Piccoli passed away. Hall liked to have a guy, a lackey character that was around that could take the bumps or do. But it's always just better to have two of you out there because you could be way more creative in things you could do, right? So it'd be hysterical. He literally, they gave him something to do on the show, right? And he came to me and said, "Hey, do you want to do this with me? Let me go run it by Kevin." That's literally how it started.
Wow.
Hall just came and got me because he liked the way he knew I had a decent mind and we could figure, we'd come up with some good stuff. He just literally just started they wouldn't even book me the first 2 to 3 weeks of me and Hall being together.
Wow.
They would give Hall stuff to do and he would just include me in it after the fact and they would let him, go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
that's how loose it was with the booking back then.
Yeah.
But it wasn't then that's the thing that taught me. It's funny because everything's so scripted and stuff today, but it wasn't that difficult for professional wrestlers, which are trained to do things, live first take, to go and just come up with stuff and just go and do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we got so natural at it because we did it so much, and they go on weekly TV. It's just, it's like it's lost in the shuffle too. It's like everyone don't even really notice that Scott Hall's got Disco as his lackey now.
Yeah,
because there were so many things happening on all the shows, and there were fast moving stuff. So